Hello, welcome to my student support system. In today's class, we will discuss about a communicable disease, rubella. This lecture is in English, and if you want to study in Hindi, just click on I button and you will get link of Hindi lecture, or you can directly visit to the channel My Student Support System. What is rubella? Rubella is an acute viral disease with a diffuse punctate maculopapular rash. What is maculopapular? Macule means altered color. It may be reddish. Yep. And papule means an elevated rash. Okay, so reddish elevated rash. And diffuse punctate. These are very small. And punctate means there is central discoloration on the papule. So this is a classic feature of rubella rashes. It is also known as German measles. Rashes are accompanied by low-grade fever and lymphadenopathy, means enlargement of lymph nodes. What is causative agent of rubella? Rubella is caused by a virus, rubella virus of Toga virus family. The virus has been recovered from the nasopharynx, throat, blood, CSF, and urine of the patient. Means it is found at these places. How it spreads? The only source of infection is a case, or we can say patient of rubella, which may be clinical or subclinical. Mode of transmission is droplet spread or droplet infection and direct contact with the patient. Sign and symptoms of rubella. A large proportion, approximately 50 to 65% of rubella cases are asymptomatic, means there are no symptoms, but still they can spread the infection. They are asymptomatic or subclinical cases. Clinical features includes coryza, sore throat, and low-grade fever. Means the symptoms related to common cold. Then enlargement of post-auricular and posterior cervical lymph nodes appear as early as 7th day before the appearance of rash. Appearance of minute, discrete, pinkish maculopapular rash. The rashes of rubella spreads much faster and clear more rapidly than the rashes of measles. Normally, rashes disappear by third day. So this is the classical difference between measles and German measles. Sometimes complications may occur. In rare cases, arthalgia may occur in several joints in adults, and syphilitis may also be seen, but it is also very rare. Thrombocytopenic purpura has also been observed as a complication in some cases, and congenital malformation, if this disease occurs in during pregnancy, then there will be congenital anomalies. This we have already studied in the causes of congenital anomalies lecture. So it is here again I want to stress that all females, all female children should be emphasized for MMR, because if rubella occurs during pregnancy, it may lead to congenital malformation in the fetus. So it is very important. Diagnostic investigation. Diagnosis of rubella may be based on sign and symptom, but for subclinical cases, throat swab culture is taken and virus is isolated from this culture. ELISA test is also recommended. Treatment. Again, as it is viral disorder, there is no specific treatment for rubella. Only symptomatic treatment is needed for sign and symptoms such as painkiller drugs and use of cold compress. Bed rest is again a very good treatment, and main attention is given to prevent spread of infection. In the prevention strategy, vaccination is the best system to prevent rubella. Rubella vaccine is available as a single vaccine or in combination with measles and mumps as MMR and with measles as MR. Health education should also be encouraged related to routine immunization for children, as MMR is included in the National Immunization Schedule. And again, I am stressing here, especially female children must receive MMR. Then reporting and notification of rubella cases to the local health authority to provide opportunity for better outbreak control and isolation of the cases for 7 days from the onset of rashes. Special attention is given to prevent exposure of pregnant non-immunized women. If we are sure that the lady is not immunized previously, then we should prevent or the exposure to the cases because it may lead to rubella during pregnancy and malformation, congenital anomaly in the fetus. Thank you students for watching such videos. You can subscribe my channel and like Facebook page. For making your notes, just visit mynursingstudents.blogspot.com. There is a search box. Just you write your topic you want to write your notes, then enter and you will get the notes in my blog. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and join Facebook group Nursing Notes. Thank you. Have a nice day.